I forget.
MTV2 is like, that's why we canceled it, okay? Because you can't even fucking remember the name.
Man, but that, I think Jack Knight was on the show because Jack had a show too. I think Langston was on the show. And then that night, we all kind of had shows on MTV2. And the next day, we all heard good news. We
Hey,
like,
Jack Knight is another one that's industry hot. He's another one that's industry high, but he is a beast though. I've seen y'all gonna hear a lot from Jack Knight in the future for sure. But anyways, I'm listening though.
But I mean, we all I think all of us had small deals and like shows that could have gone to MTV2, and then we was all like, oh, we all heard great news. Hey man, looks like the show was going. All right, dope. We all the improv, having drinks, all having a glass of wine. Like, hey man, it looks like tomorrow we getting this good news, nigga. Wake up, deadline, nigga. Everybody gets fired at MTV2. Everybody, the whole development team, creative, president steps down. Everybody get that phone call. Hey, looks like nothing is moving forward. They're gonna play reruns of Charlemagne's show and Wild 'N Out until they figure something out.
Yeah, I sold a show to True TV, and the same thing happened. They had fired everybody at True TV, and it just went away.
Ain't nothing worse than a reorg.
Yeah, which happens very often. It happens more often than people will realize at these big companies. You know, they hiring new presidents and new show all this stuff, new head of developments, and
it really can change the narrative of like what the network is going. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, we need more women. So like a dude show, it ain't gonna go, or we need a black show. So like this white dude who might have a bigger following, but I get the shot because, hey man, we need a black face. We need more black talent, or we need female talent. We need LGBT representation. We need to, so you never know what's gonna happen. You got to be happy for everybody that starts with a project and gets it on, but sometimes you don't know why it gets on. Sometimes it's not just because it's dope. Sometimes it's like, let's be honest, niggas filling quotas too. So it's
right. This is what I wanted to ask you. Just that this just came to my head. Do you think the industry? I don't know. I feel like some actors are in that rarefied air, like a Will Smith, when it comes to they don't really see you as a color, right? Like
I do think I do TV wise. I think I'm there. Yeah,
right.
I do, to be honest with you. And if that was your question,
yeah, no, it is.
I mean, professionally and just selfishly, and probably, yeah, I do. I just had this conversation with somebody. It's like I do think you get to a point sometimes where they forget you black.
Right.
Like you're just you get along with everybody. You from gangsters to CEOs, like you cool, and you become so non-threatening, even though it's like, try me if you want to. It's like
oh my God, wait a minute.
Don't think you won't get checked real quick, but like they do forget, and you become that black dude that they know for everything. Right. I'm calling you for everything, and I do have some of them relationships where I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers forgot. And my nigga, they forgot.
Right. Now, see, I feel like that may have hurt me a little bit in my career. I have the appearance of a non-threatening Negro. And then you go on my social media and see my stand-up, and then you're like, oh, no, he's...
Because that's what's crazy. People didn't realize until like probably a couple months ago. Like I had some fans finally go, "Yo, I watched your special a couple times, loved it. I didn't realize you never say nigga one time."
Right.
Ever. And it's like I just kind of, but also I'm at the point now where like you said, do I change? Do I write some of my own stuff or do I change my lines? I do, but I get some dialogue where I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to say that like you wrote it.
Right. So you purposely for your special didn't say the N-word.
Correct.
Okay. Now, what made you make that decision?
I don't like.
By the way, anybody that's been keeping a nigga meter clicker, we have said it 139,000 times by this point in this interview. I just want to let everyone know that, but I'm listening.
Because I can't say I don't say it. I try to refrain off, but I'm like, I just grew up with it. It's embedded in me. It's in my DNA. And I do choose my words wisely. But the reason why I didn't do it is because it was kind of a Richard Pryor thing. It was kind of a Cosby thing back when we could respect him. You know what I mean? It was one of them. It was
Back
one of
when you went to mention, you can still respect me. Don't you say nothing about me.
As a
There we go. Okay.
And I mean, what the reason why I did it straight up is just because I was like, I don't want nobody repeating me and saying something I don't want them to say. I don't want a white dude to be at the water cooler at lunch, loving the bit, and then getting away, but being like, oh no, that was in the story. I like that. That's what he said. So that's why I'm saying it. So anything that I say, I want you to be able to repeat, and then I don't have to feel weird about it. Or I don't, because when you get people who like your joke, you kind of give them license to say it. Mm-hmm. They like it. They're a fan now. But I don't want.
I just want to say these are the words of Tone Bell. Don't you say the N word around me.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I don't give you I don't give you a chance to. Like, right. And if I do say it, it has to be poignant. Like in kind of the hour I was doing before, we all got shut down, I was saying it one time in one joke, and it was killing because I never say it. I use it as like it was building up.
Tony Baker told me that a long time ago.
Murders.
Tony Baker, he told me that a long time ago. He was like, if you didn't say it so much, Justin, when you do say it, it'll hit harder.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with it. One, personally, I just was telling myself yesterday, I was like, instead of me saying nigga so much, I want to start saying king instead of saying, like, I would prefer to say, hey, you my king. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, king? Versus right. saying, what's up, my nigga? That's number one. That's something, but it doesn't ring like nigga does off the tongue. But here's my thing when it comes to the question I have for you. The reason why it's hard for me to do that, because when I'm on stage, I try to be, when I'm at my funniest, when I'm my most authentic self.
Right.
Meaning I don't have no censorship. I'm not thinking about should I say this or shouldn't I say that. When I'm just on some, man, fuck it. If you don't think, I think it's funny. If you don't think it's funny, it's whatever. And that is the reason why the N-word comes out so much when I talk, because that's when I'm at my freest.
Right.
And so being on stage, I know it would be hard for me personally where I'm at right now in my journey, in my life.
In your journey, yes.
In my journey.
On your path.
On my path. Why it's hard to self-edit myself when it comes to using that word when I am allowed to say it at these right. venues.
And I respect it. I mean, like, and very rarely do I, even on stage, do I use it. But I take that time. Like the way I would say we worked together a numerous amounts of time.